I'm going to show how to install the J'd Out Kickout Flashing even though the house is already sided. Now this may be a service call where you're showing up to install the J'd Out Kickout because the roofer and sider forgot it, or this could be a house that you've shown up to tear off the existing shingles and put a new roof on, which in that case this process gets easier because you're actually peeling all these shingles off, exposing the step flashing, and tucking the kickout in behind the existing step flashing. However, I'm going to show it where we get the J'd Out Kickout installed even though the siding is already in place. So we have to get our kickout flashing installed underneath the siding and tie it into the flashing here. As you can see, if you look at the back of the kickout flashing, this section of the kickout flashing actually protrudes out, giving it the J channel, the pre-J channel pocket. I've cut a block of a 2x4 5.5 inches long, and this block is slightly bigger than the section of the kickout flashing that protrudes out. We have to cut out that much siding to be able to make the kickout flashing fit in behind the siding and tie in with the J channel. So as you can see, this block is slightly bigger than that. It's a 5.5 inch block from a 2x4. Since the kickout flashing, the bottom of the J channel right here lines up with the drip edge and bottom of the shingle, we'll take our block and line it up in that same exact spot. Now we can take and hold the block in place and trace out what we have to cut out of the siding. So as you can see there, this chunk of the siding needs to be removed. And there's several different ways you could use, there's several different tools you could use to cut this siding out. I've chosen just to use a utility knife and some snips. If you have a multi-cutting tool, vibrating tool, that makes it easier, but I'll do it with our knife and snips here. Now, as you can see, I've got the siding removed. I still have to cut the J channel out of the way, but now you can see the step flashing here and some of the house wrap behind the siding. Now I've got to get this little piece of J channel out of our way. There, now we've gotten the J channel cut out of our way, and we've made a big enough gap in the siding here that our kickout flashing should fit right in here. There are several different ways to get the kickout flashing installed behind the siding. A lot of that depends on what type of siding was used. If this was fiber cement or wood siding, one option would be to cut the nail flange completely off from the kickout, as I've shown here with this example. I've just taken a utility knife and cut the nail flange off so that the kickout flashing can be slid in behind the siding. Again, if this were fiber cement or cedar siding, then we'd be able to just caulk in the kickout flashing all the way around with a nice bead of caulk, and we'd be all set after it were installed under the first shingle, of course. We're using vinyl siding here, so I actually want to get my nail flange up behind the siding in this case, and I can do that by removing this piece of siding, or the piece above it actually, so that we can more easily get the kickout flashing installed. Now that we've got a piece of siding removed, we can more easily see what we're working with here to get the kickout flashing installed and leaving all of the nail flanges in place. We can take this piece of siding loose to help get the kickout flashing in behind the siding. Also, we know we have to get the kickout flashing installed tight to the shingles or tight to the wall, so we have to remove a section of shingle so that it can go around the kickout flashing right here. So I'll go ahead and make that notch in the shingle now. And get the kickout flashing in place. Now we want to make sure that we're under the first shingle. We can just completely cover the existing step flashing here and make sure that we get up under the second step flashing so that the water flows down onto the kickout flashing. There we are. We're behind a step flashing here that's already installed on the roof. We're under the first shingle. And up to this J channel here. Now we want to lift the bottom shingle and get one nail into the J'd Out Kickout Flashing to hold it down nice and tight to the roof. Now let's get a nail in, a couple nails in on the wall. Now we've also got this area here where the J channel will not be, the siding will not be tucked into the J channel. So now that the kickout flashing is all nailed into place, we're nailed into the roof and into the wall, the house wraps over the kickout flashing. Now we can take the piece of J channel that we cut out earlier, we saved it so that we can use it to make a piece of J channel here, and that works down into the kickout flashing. We'll start by making this short piece here. And by using the block that we used earlier, we already have our piece of siding cut relatively close to fit and might fit right in. Looks like we'll have to shave a little bit off here. There we go, we've got our siding back in place. All the edges of the siding are covered in the J channel. Now we can get our other piece of siding installed above it, and once that's done, it'll be all put back together. As you can see, you've got the J'd Out Kickout Flashing installed. On a house that was already sided.